Camera number 67 of 365, and it's the Minolta Dynax 303 SI, an entry-level camera, and it requires a battery to power all its functions. So to put the battery in, we simply open up the camera door, the battery door, beg your pardon, and it's two CR2 batteries which we place with the positive terminals uppermost. So looking at the front of the camera, this particular occasion, it has a 35mm to 80mm f4 to f5.6 lens, which has a built-in lens cap, which is a very nice feature of the Minolta. To take the lens off, we simply press the lens release lever, which is very springy, and turn the lens anti-clockwise. That enables us to see the only other function on the front of the camera, apart from the light assist and self-timer button, light rather, is the button that allows us to choose autofocus or manual focus. So to put the lens back on, just align the red dots. Turning to the top of the camera, which is where all the controls really lay, dominated by the liquid crystal display. To turn it on, we have a lock button and the on button, and it really only has 6 programs. Program mode, where the camera makes all the decisions for us, and then we can toggle through the various modes by holding the mode button and pressing it repeatedly. So we've gone from portrait to landscape to macro to sports mode and then nighttime portrait. So while it may be a basic camera, it does have the ability, if we think about it, we can limit the amount of focus with portrait and maybe macro mode, increase the focus in a picture with landscape mode, and then of course we have fast shutter speeds with the sports mode. So giving it some thought, we can use this camera really well. Turning to the other side of the camera, the only other 2 control buttons are the self-timer and continuous shooting, and then the button that controls the built-in flash unit, which includes a very helpful red eye feature. Just turning to the back of the camera, there is a mid-roll rewind button, which again is a very useful feature, given that I'm often putting film in and out. Now, interestingly, when we open the film door, we notice that it is only DX coding, which was a bit of a challenge, given that the film canister I used to take these photos with this camera was actually 100 ISO, but the film inside was 200 ISO, so it will be very interesting to see how those come out when they're developed. Put the film in, literally put the cartridge in, and then it winds on the film, as is customary for these types of camera. And that's really it. You can add an additional flash if you want to, but it is limited to those that have that Minolta fitting. So that's camera number 67 of 365, the Dynax 303 SI.